Imagine walking into a dimly lit room, the scent of old parchment filling the air. On a pedestal sits a single book, bound in aged leather, its pages filled with intricate illustrations and text written in an unrecognizable script. Now, imagine being told that, despite centuries of attempts, no one, not historians, not cryptographers, not even artificial intelligence, has been able to decipher its secrets. What would you feel? Curiosity? Excitement? Perhaps even a little unease? Welcome to the world of the Voynich Manuscript, often called the book no one can read. This 600-year-old text has baffled scholars, inspired countless theories, and even sparked whispers of extraterrestrial involvement. But what is it really? A secret medicinal guide? A coded message? Or an elaborate hoax? Let's dive into the heart of this enigma and see what truths or mysteries await us. Let's start with the facts. The Voynich Manuscript, named after Wilfrid Voynich, the Polish antiquarian who purchased it in 1912, is a codex bound in leather, measuring roughly 24 by 16 centimeters. Its pages, made of vellum, a type of parchment prepared from calf skin, have been carbon dated to the early 15th century, specifically between 1404 and 1438. Inside, the manuscript is divided into what researchers have identified as 5 distinct sections. Botanical drawings. These pages feature plants, many of which don't correspond to any known species, sketched with meticulous detail. Astronomical diagrams, star charts, zodiac symbols, and celestial diagrams dominate this section, hinting at a deep connection to the cosmos. Biological representations. This part contains peculiar images of human figures, mostly women, immersed in pools of liquid, surrounded by strange tubes and structures. Pharmacological studies. Drawings of herbs, roots, and what seem to be medicinal containers appear here. Text-heavy pages. The final section lacks illustrations, except for occasional small stars or flowers, resembling an index. But it's not just the structure that mystifies, it's the writing itself. The text is composed of unknown characters that defy classification into any known language or script. Linguists and cryptographers have identified patterns that suggest it's a real language, yet no one has managed to decode it. Why would someone go to such lengths to create a script that no one can read? The history of the Voynich Manuscript is as enigmatic as its contents. It first appeared in the historical record in the late 16th century, when Emperor Rudolf II of the Holy Roman Empire purchased it for the hefty sum of 600 gold ducats. Rudolf, a patron of the arts and sciences with a fascination for the occult, believed the manuscript was the work of Roger Bacon, a 13th-century English philosopher and alchemist. After Rudolf's death, the manuscript changed hands several times, eventually landing in the collection of Jesuit priests in Italy. It stayed hidden there until Wilfrid Voynich discovered it in 1912. Imagine the excitement of uncovering such a relic. But for Voynich, the discovery was just the beginning. Determined to unravel its secrets, he enlisted some of the greatest minds of his time, including prominent cryptographers. Yet despite their best efforts, the mystery remained intact. So what could this manuscript be? Over the years, theories have proliferated like wildfire. Let's examine the most intriguing ones. One popular theory suggests that the manuscript is a compendium of herbal remedies and medical practices. The botanical illustrations and diagrams of women in baths align with medieval medicinal practices. Could it be a guide for healing, or even a text on gynecology? Some scholars think so. But if this were the case, why obscure the text in an unreadable script? Alchemy, the precursor to modern chemistry, was steeped in secrecy. The Voynich Manuscript, with its cryptic text and symbolic imagery, could be an alchemist's handbook, detailing recipes for elixirs, potions, or even the mythical philosopher's stone. Supporters of this theory point to the illustrations of strange containers resembling alchemical apparatus. But again, the same question arises: why hide it in an undecipherable code? What if the Voynich Manuscript is a grand deception? Some argue that it was created to dupe wealthy patrons or collectors, such as Emperor Rudolf II. If so, it's a masterstroke of trickery, crafted so convincingly that it has fooled experts for centuries. Yet the level of effort and detail seems excessive for a mere hoax. This is perhaps the most fantastical theory. Some believe the manuscript is a relic of alien origin, or a depiction of another world entirely. The unrecognizable plants, celestial diagrams, and indecipherable language fuel such speculation. Could it be a message from another civilization, waiting for us to understand? Despite the failure to crack its code, the manuscript has not been without breakthroughs. Advances in technology have allowed researchers to analyze it more deeply. Artificial intelligence. In recent years, AI has been employed to study the text. Preliminary results suggest that the language could have roots in Hebrew or Arabic, but no definitive translation has emerged. Linguistic patterns. Scholars have identified recurring patterns in the script, implying a structured grammar. This suggests that the text might be a real language, though one that has never been recorded elsewhere. Some words, such as labels for plants and zodiac symbols, hint at European influences, while others suggest connections to the Middle East or Asia. But perhaps the most tantalizing possibility is that the manuscript is meant to remain a mystery. What if its purpose isn't to be understood, but to inspire curiosity? The Voynich Manuscript has transcended academia to become a cultural phenomenon. It has appeared in novels, inspired films, and fueled conspiracy theories. Why does it captivate us so deeply? Perhaps it's the idea that, even in our era of information, there are still puzzles we cannot solve. It's a reminder of the limits of human knowledge and the infinite possibilities that lie beyond. The story of the Voynich Manuscript doesn't end with medieval history. In fact, modern technology is breathing new life into this ancient enigma. Recent studies, including those featured in documentaries and academic articles, suggest tantalizing new possibilities. One of the most intriguing developments came in 2018, when a team of AI researchers from Canada analyzed the manuscript using natural language processing. They claimed the text might have linguistic roots in Hebrew, with patterns suggesting it could be an ancient cipher rather than a fictional script. However, their findings stopped short of producing a coherent translation, leaving even more questions unanswered. Adding to the mystery, a 2021 documentary speculated that the manuscript might not be European in origin at all. By comparing botanical illustrations with plants native to Mesoamerica, researchers proposed a connection to ancient Aztec codices. Could the Voynich Manuscript be a remnant of an indigenous culture, repurposed or reinterpreted by European hands? Then there's the physical manuscript itself. Advances in forensic science have revealed faint imprints on the vellum pages, suggesting that some text or images may have been erased before the current content was added. What could these ghostly remnants tell us about its original purpose? These discoveries highlight how far we are from fully understanding this artifact, and how much potential still lies within its pages. The early 15th century was a time of great transition, a bridge between medieval superstition and Renaissance innovation. This period saw the rise of secretive societies, from alchemists to early scientists, who often encoded their knowledge to avoid persecution. The Voynich Manuscript fits perfectly within this cultural milieu, where knowledge was both a treasure and a danger. Consider the fascination with coded texts during this era. Just decades before the manuscript's creation, the Ars Magna by Ramon Llull introduced revolutionary methods of logical and combinatorial systems. Could the Voynich Manuscript be a cryptographic experiment inspired by Llull's work? Or perhaps it reflects the influence of Islamic scholars whose coded treatises on medicine and astronomy were highly regarded in Europe. Interestingly, similar undeciphered texts exist. The Rohan Codex, discovered in Hungary, also features unknown writing and fantastical illustrations. Could the Voynich Manuscript be part of a broader tradition of encoded texts meant to protect sacred or sensitive knowledge? Let's venture into the realm of what if. What if the Voynich Manuscript is more than just a relic of the past? Some theorists propose that it might hold clues to advanced technologies or concepts that were far ahead of their time. For example, consider the intricate diagrams in the manuscript. Could these represent early attempts at understanding systems biology or even primitive blueprints for mechanical devices? If so, the manuscript might reflect a proto-scientific mindset that predates the Industrial Revolution by centuries. Now, let's stretch our imagination further. What if the manuscript is a product of time travel? Could it be a guide, written by a future civilization, accidentally left behind in the 15th century? This idea may seem fantastical, but it underscores the manuscript's ability to ignite our sense of wonder about what might be possible. And here's a final thought. What if the manuscript isn't meant to be read by us at all? Imagine it as an artifact from a parallel universe, its language and symbols comprehensible only to beings in that reality. Far-fetched, perhaps? But isn't that what makes mysteries like this so captivating? The Voynich Manuscript may be a puzzle rooted in one time and place, but its themes resonate globally. Many cultures have tales of mysterious books or objects with hidden knowledge. Take the Indian Bhuta Kola rituals, which involve encoded manuscripts said to hold divine secrets. Similarly, in Chinese lore, texts like the I Ching blend cryptic symbolism with profound knowledge. Some scholars have drawn parallels between the Voynich Manuscript and the Codex Seraphinianus, a 20th century art book filled with imaginary plants, creatures, and an invented language. While the Codex was created as a deliberate homage to the surreal, it raises a question. Could the Voynich Manuscript also be a form of artistic expression, transcending traditional boundaries of science and literature? Additionally, certain illustrations in the manuscript resemble designs from ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt. Could trade routes or cultural diffusion have influenced its creation? Such comparisons remind us that human curiosity about the unknown is universal and timeless. The Voynich Manuscript's aura of mystery has captured the imagination of filmmakers, game designers, and writers. It's featured in countless works of fiction, from Neil Stephenson's Cryptonomicon to video games like Assassin's Creed, where it's depicted as a tool of hidden knowledge. In the Netflix series Dark, a fictionalized version of the manuscript serves as a key plot element, tying together themes of time travel and hidden truths. Even in music, its enigmatic allure has inspired bands to compose songs echoing its mysterious nature. But why does this ancient book resonate so strongly today? Perhaps it's because it reminds us that not everything can be solved with a quick Google search. The Voynich Manuscript represents a rare kind of mystery, one that challenges our intellect while sparking our imagination. The enduring allure of the Voynich Manuscript isn't just about what it might contain, it's also about what it represents. In an age where information is abundant and seemingly every question has an answer, the manuscript stands as a rare reminder that some mysteries remain beyond our grasp. But perhaps that's the point. Philosophers and historians alike have noted the human tendency to seek meaning in the unknown. From ancient myths to quantum physics, the unknown compels us to ask questions, to push boundaries, and to dream. The Voynich Manuscript, with its indecipherable script and fantastical illustrations, challenges us to confront the limits of our understanding. What if the manuscript isn't meant to be solved at all? What if its purpose is to remind us of the beauty of not knowing? In a world obsessed with data and answers, the Voynich Manuscript invites us to revel in the enigmatic. It whispers to us across centuries, some things are meant to remain a mystery. And then there's the matter of perspective. Would solving the manuscript's riddle diminish its allure? The beauty of the Voynich Manuscript lies not just in what it could tell us, but in what it inspires us to imagine. It's not just a book, it's a mirror reflecting our deepest hopes, fears, and curiosities. So what do you think? Is the Voynich Manuscript a medieval medical guide, an alchemical handbook, or a cleverly crafted hoax? Could it even be something we haven't imagined yet? One thing is certain, its mystery endures, drawing us into its web of intrigue. If this enigma fascinates you as much as it does us, share your thoughts in the comments below. What's your theory? And if you're as captivated by the unknown as we are, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on our journey through history's greatest mysteries. After all, who knows what secrets we might uncover together?